Hey guys, back here again after a very long hiatus with the opening of the Overlord Blaze Toshiki Kai Legend Deck 2. Woohoo! And we're at our local, so you can actually hear the people playing with it right now. Does anyone want to give a shout out? Anyone want to shout out?
Yellow!
Yep, they're still there, definitely here. Yeah, here's the deck list for those of you who want to pause it and have a look. And we'll get straight into it.
That's 26, that's 13.
Oh, sellotape, I hate you.
37.
Okay, first thing we get is a deck box, which is quite nice. Like with the last Legend deck, I think.
Oh yeah, when it
we get a promo, we get the rule book along with the promos, so let's have a look at the promos. Yep, quick start guides, map. Oh, and look at this, we get 2 copies of Overlord the Ace as a promo card. So you can actually, it's usable. Just a clan card. And we have a power counter thing. So you want to put your plus 10,000 when you stride, plus 5,000 for your triggers. You have that there. Doesn't seem to be made out of cardboard, some kind of plasticky thing, which is pretty cool. Okay, onto the main event, the deck itself. Comes in 2 halves, like with all Legend decks, or the 2 we've got in English so far. We'll start with this half. Okay, first card of this one is Transcendence Divine Dragon Nouvelle Vague L'Express. We get 4 copies of that one, and here's your effect. So, once per turn, Generation Break 2, count +1, choose a face down card of this from your G zone, turn it face up until the end of your turn. During the battle, this unit attacks a Vanguard, your opponent can't guard with a grade 1. So it's effectively a glory skill, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Bit of a throwback to the old novel back in the day. Next card, we get 2 copies of Supreme Heavenly Emperor Dragon Vortex Desire. So yep, Vortex Dragon's gone through another evolution. Here's the effect for those you want to pause and read. So yeah, choose a face down card from your G zone, turn it face up. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, till the end of battle, this unit gets, when this unit attack hits, for each Flame Dragon on your Vanguard circle, choose up to one of your opponent's grade 2 or less Rear Guards and retire it. So it's an on-hit effect. So with an effect like that, I think people are probably going to guard it. Ooh, we get evolutions of Bar to a grade 2. Get 3 copies of this. Armor of the Flame Dragon Bar. Yep. Okay, this is Generation Break 1 from your drop zone. Choose a grade 3 from your drop zone and put it on the bottom of your deck. When this unit intercepts, you may pay the cost. If you do, he gets a plus 10,000 shield. So yeah, those 10,000 shields back in the Limit Break era, eat your heart out, because these are just way better.
Because you've got the on-place Vanguard skill.
Next grade 2, we get the evolution of Berserk Dragon. And he is now a Lord. Berserk Lord Dragon, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When your grade 4 or greater Vanguard attacks, you can pay the cost. Choose up to one of your opponent's grade 2 or less Rear Guards and retire it. So definitely a nice throwback to the old Berserk Dragon. Obviously it's restricted by Generation Break. Still 9k base power, so everything's still pretty standard there. Next card, we get 2 copies, it seems, of Dragon Partner Monica. This is also Generation Break 1 skill. When this unit boosts a Flame Dragon, the boosted unit will get plus 3,000 to the end of battle, so it's effectively a 10k booster. But it's also a 7k base, which is actually very nice. So if you're building an Overlord deck, all of your cards will pretty much be Flame Dragons, and this will become very relevant because it's not restricted to the Vanguard column. You can use it on the Rear Guards, so it's pretty cool. Next card, we get an update to Conroe. We get 4 copies of it. So let's see, Lizard General Conroe. He's not Soldier anymore, he's been upgraded to a General. choose a grade 3 card from your hand and reveal it. When this unit is placed on the rear guard from hand, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to one grade 3 card with Overlord in its card name. Reveal it to your opponent. Let's see, reveal it to your opponent and put it into your hand. Then you can shuffle your deck. So it effectively searches out for your Overlord cards, whatever pieces you happen to be missing for your grade 3 lineup. And it's also got an act ability. You can retire this unit, choose up to one of your Vanguards with Overlord in its card name. Until the end of turn, it gets, when this unit attacks, counter charge 2. So if you get to attack multiple times in a turn, you can counter charge many, many times. And I've heard firsthand with the people playing with it today, it's a very broken card. So we'll see how that goes. Our next card is Lizard Hero Undu. So throwback to the very original trial deck, our starter. He got revamped with a 4-runner skill, that was always good. Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. Put this unit into your soul, search your deck for up to one card with Overlord in its name, reveal it to your hand and put it into your hand. So it's effectively your grade 3 searcher on Generation Break 1, which is very, very nice. Obviously we're going to get one copy of that. On to the next card, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 critical triggers. Satan Master Goku. If anyone remembers the original trial deck, Goku was actually the grade 3 and now has been demoted all the way to grade 0. But it's a quick trigger, so why not? Oh, we have 4 copies of Gojo, who is now a draw trigger, which is definitely a nice sort of reference to what he did, which was a drop and draw ability at grade 1. But yeah, he is now just a vanilla draw trigger. Okay, that's for the first half. On to the second half with the main attraction. We have Dragonic Overlord the Legend. Eventually they're going to run out of taglines to add to the end of Dragonic Overlord, but we get 4 copies of that, which is very generous. Okay. Effect is, once per turn, Generation Break 2. Counterblast 1, choose a grade 3 or greater Flame Dragon from your hand and discard it. Until the end of turn, this unit will get plus 15,000 and grade +1 and drive check +1. So he becomes a grade 4. And then once per turn, choose 3 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked a rear guard, you may pay the cost and stand this unit. Okay, it's pretty good in itself. He has also got a secondary effect. Let's see. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, look at the 5 cards at the top of your deck and search for up to 1 Flame Dragon amongst them. Reveal it to your opponent, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So you get to search for fuel for his first effect, which is on ride, you Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, hopefully hit another grade 3 and turn him into a grade 4, which is pretty decent. Look at that, 4 copies of it. Next card we have is 4 copies of Amber Dragon Midnight. He is Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on the Vanguard or the Rearguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's grade 1's Rearguards and retire it. So yeah, he's just a bog standard retire engine, and ideally not your right target. Next card we have are the vamped versions of Nahalem. Emperor Dragon Knight Nahalem. Generation Break 1. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with Overlord in its card name, he gets plus 2,000 power. And he also has auto Rearguard. When your grade 4 or greater Vanguard attacks, this unit will get plus 5,000 power. So he effectively becomes a very effective beat stick. So essentially he is a 11k hitter by himself on Generation Break 1. But then if you happen to have a grade 4 Vanguard that attacks, he gets an additional 5,000 power. So he can attack for 16,000 by himself, which is a magic number in itself. Next card is... Okay, we have 4 copies of Spear of the Flame Dragon Tar. So those of you remember, Tar was originally a critical trigger. And also a human by the looks of things, but now he's some kind of demon-y thing. Okay, this effect, it's grade 1. Once per turn, Generation Break 1, Can Blast 1, Soul Blast 1. Choose up to one of your other units, and until the end of the turn, it gets plus 4,000 power. And when this unit attacks a Vanguard, look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck and search for up to one grade 3 or greater amongst them, reveal it to your opponent, and then shuffle your deck and add it to your hand. So you have a lot of ways to search for another grade 3 in this deck, which definitely helps if you're trying to pull off the Legends skill. So we get 4 copies of it, which is very nice. And should point out, guys, with the Legend decks, you always get 1 foil of every card. So if you want to be, I don't know, making it rain, you can buy 4 of these and have a completely foiled out deck. Onto our perfect guards. This is a standard sentinel, but it has the additional ability of if there's another copy of it in the drop zone. Okay, next we have for jump cut. This is why you always make sure you've got enough memory on your device before you film. But as I was saying, you get 4 vanilla crit triggers. And finally, we have 4 vanilla heal triggers.